Hey, brilliant you. Hey, brilliant you. Well, the other day, I felt anything but brilliant. Have you ever had one of those days? You know, as creative change agents and maybe heart-centered healers, it's hard to have those days when we're not feeling brilliant. It's hard to feel uninspired, dark, heavy, shy when what we've chosen to do in the world is to go out and facilitate and consciousness and waking up the world, right? It's like a catch-22. It feels really crummy, but it happens. And there's lots of ways to handle it. And I was trying lots of different ways to handle this downward spiral of yuck. But something hit me that really did help. And because nothing else was working, I was trying, I had my toolbox out, opened it up, used every single one to shift, change, quiet, push, open, release, relax, rewire, blah. I was trying everything. I'm very solution oriented. But it wasn't until this one little pearl from this sweet little yoga teacher that helped me start the spiral upward again. And I'm so grateful to her. So this is what happened. I went to yoga class and I went to a restorative class because one of the reasons I'm on a downward spiral is my body hurts and I can't use it and I'm bummed out. So I had to go to a restorative yoga class. So really relaxing class. My mind would not stop. It was running a mile a minute. In the middle of relaxation pose, I'm like thinking about marketing copy. And I was just beside myself because usually I can just let it all go and be calm. And I couldn't. I was just like, talking to the yoga teacher afterwards. I'm like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. This is how I feel. And she's like, have you ever heard of a poem called The Guest House? And I was like, nope. So she explains it to me. And this is the gist of it. The Guest House is a poem about inviting all these downward spiral feelings, this heaviness, inviting it in, treating it like a guest, giving it hospitality and presence. So I took that little gem of information my yoga teacher gave me, and I went home, got my markers out, got a coloring book, and instead of trying to fix myself and push things away and make it better and get re-inspired and do all the stuff I do, I just sat there with it. And I said, pull up a seat. And I just colored and I sat with it. And it was really helpful. And the next day, it was still there. That heaviness, that despair, that uninspired feeling of just wanting to leave it all, it was still there. But I kept applying this concept of the guest house. Like, this is a guest for a little while. It's not going to be forever. All right, hi, good morning. Can I get you a cup of tea? And it did start to shift. So we all have these toolboxes, especially if we're, change agents or heart-centered healers or creative artists. We have our toolbox because, we have a lot going on, right, in our creative fields, and we pick up a lot of energies, and there's just a lot to release and process, and we all have our toolboxes. And so one thing I'd like to ask you to put in your toolbox is the guest house tool. And that is to just be with it. Treat it with hospitality, and be presence. And don't even meditate on it. Just sit with it. Be it for a while. Be the despair. What does it have for you? What gift does despair have for you? If anyone's ever visited from a different part of the country or the States or whatever, they sometimes bring something for you, right? We have a great friend that brought a box of things from all over the world for us once, and it was yummy treats, and it was wonderful. And so he brought a gift. Now, if you were inviting despair or grief into your home, what gift was he bringing for you? So I hope this is helpful. I'm on my way up the spiral, and the roller coaster ride continues. And let's just be all of ourselves and be honest and vulnerable and see what that creates for ourselves. All right, I will see you next Thursday for another, I guess, tip, tool, practice, story, song, whatever shows up. Take care.